Hey, it's me, Renee. I'm back, and today I have a Netgalley review for you guys. So now, about 2 weeks ago, I was approached by Boldwoodbooks to talk about this book and recommend it. Well, only if I liked it. To read an article of it. I hadn't heard about it at all, but I thought historical romance. That plot, that title. Yes, give it to me. I said yes. And then I started it last Monday because I don't check my emails every day, so I didn't see it when they came in. But yeah, I started last Monday, and then I read like 2 or 3 pages, and I liked it, but the writing was a bit, at least in the beginning, it felt a bit too historical for me. It's like they used used words like alas, which I know is a historical correct wording. I believe at least it's historical correct, but it was still a bit weird. So I put the book down. But I still wanted to read it. I suppose I'm a multiple reader. I read lots of books at the same time. That's how I do it. But on Friday, I thought, you know what? This book is coming out tomorrow because it came out 22nd. Read this book. So I picked it up again on Friday and flew through it because quickly I got used to the writing and I love the characters, the setting, the story. Honestly, I loved everything about it. I just have two gripes. I'm gonna come to them in a second. And yeah, this book you have to read. If you like historical romance, this is a book for you. So I talked about this also in my Instagram review, and I kind of went a bit around the. Is that a Norwegian wording? Saying a bit around the soup. I think that's Norwegian wording. Anyway, I did not go into details, but then I recently found out that the book is also on a audiobook app where I saw the summary kind of includes something that I didn't want to talk about. So, and also it happens quick. So yeah, one of the things that's very fun about this book. Boom, we're going into the summary of the book now of the plot. So, A Gentleman's Offer by Emma Orchard. It's all about a lord who's engaged to a lady, and it's arranged marriage. The parents, I don't know why I did that. The parents have arranged it, so it seems. I'm just gonna say that. And early on in the book, they have the engagement party, and you see the lord who's, you know what, I just read this book. I should remember the people's names. Dominic, he kind of thinks about how, oh, it's weird that he's going to have an engagement party. Well, he doesn't really know the person he's engaged to because he hasn't really had that much time to her one on one, really, because etiquette, society, what have you, it's arranged marriage, it's not a love marriage, so I suppose kind of conflict territory. And then he thinks about this, and then the engagement party happens, and at the end of the engagement party, his fiance comes to him, kind of wants to talk to him one on one. Turns out it's not his fiance that's there; it's her twin sister. Ah! And his fiance is gone missing, so the twin sister is there, kind of wanting to help out and pretends to be his fiance. So Dominic and Maria has to Dominic and Maria has to look for Margaret, who's the real person that's supposed to get married to him. So this is both a romance, but also a mystery. Like, what happened to Margaret? What happened to Maria? Where has it gone? What was she kidnapped? What happened? We don't really know. Uh, but it's also a great romance. We get to know, we understand, we get solution on what happened to Maria about halfway through the story, but things are resolved. You just get more answers then. And honestly, I loved this book so much. It was amazing. I loved the characters. As I said before, I love the setting. I love that there's twins in it. I feel like, I mean, yeah, there's probably some books with twins in them, but I feel like there's not really that many of them. And I love how it's used here in this story. And yeah, it's just so fun. And also having the bride be gone so quick before the wedding, like the wedding is in a matter of weeks. I just also love that. It's such a fun trope and idea to do. I love it so much. My only gripe, honestly, is the language at the beginning was a bit, I felt like a bit historical-ish, too historical. Even though I love historical romance, historical books, I feel like most of them have kind of newer language, but this one had like alas, and like, I've heard about alas, but it kind of feels a bit too old-timey, but I did get used to it. So there's that, and then there was some pages where there was like a lot of description of clothing. And I was like, why do we have like one page of describing of people's clothes? That's honestly to me that's not really that interesting. But other than that, I loved it so much. It was yeah, great side characters, great main characters. You have dual point of view. You have a love story that's just so believable and lovely and great, and characters that you believe in and love. And yeah, it's an amazing read. It also has a queer representation, so you know that. I'm not saying in what form because well, it's not a twist. It's kind of a slight twist. But yeah, it's queer representation in there, and so yeah, just know that. And yeah, loved this book so much. Definitely gonna be reading more of Emma Orchard's books because yeah, this is amazing. I know you shouldn't. I have said before that you shouldn't say that a book is your new favorite. An author is your favorite after reading one book because some authors have one amazing books and lots of duds. But honestly, right now I kind of feel like Emma Orchard is a new favorite, unless her other books is awful. I'm thinking she will be a definitely high favorite for me. And yeah, as I said, I found out that she has lots of audiobooks on my storybook app. Sorry, on my audiobook app, which is Storytel. So definitely gonna check out more of her stories. And yeah, a gentleman's offer. Also yeah, most of the time in books, this is just a small thing, but yeah, I suppose also a slight gripe. But most of the time in books, I feel like after a while you can understand this is why the title was chosen. In this book, I don't really understand why it had that title, which is a gentleman's offer. I don't really. Maybe it's his offer of finding the missing person, but a gentleman's offer. I'm not quite sure. I don't really feel like the title really fits, honestly. But it's not an awful title. It's not like it's a title like it didn't say the future's now. I mean, if it was something futuristic, that would be awful because this is a historical book. But yeah. Anywho, that's my only other also gripe. But yeah, mainly just get this book. It's amazing. You will love it so much. I guarantee it. If not, you're allowed to be mad at me for a few minutes. And yeah, Emma Orchard, thank you so much for writing this amazing book. Thank you, Boldwoodbooks, for giving me the arc. I love it so much, and yeah, check out the book.